This prisoner was breaking out of prison. He pulled a thin string from between his teeth, and it got longer and longer until he took out a small bag from his stomach. Inside was a small tube of gasoline and a match. Almost at the same time, two prisoners in solitary confinement pulled small nails from their palms and used them to unlock the handcuffs. In the cage, Gorson glanced at Joe. Joe understood, poured gasoline on the prisoner beside him, lit a match and tossed it over. To keep the fire from spreading, the guard unlocked Joe's leg irons. During the chaos, Joe took the key from the guard's belt, pulled the lever and opened the cage. On the other side, Gorson took the chance to get to the cockpit, grabbed the armed co-pilot and ended up killing him. Then he told the pilot to send a false message to the control center, saying nothing had happened. Now Gorson was the only one with a gun, so he completely took control of the situation. Welcome to Con Air. This was an airborne prison used to transfer prisoners, and it held the most dangerous criminals in the United States. The leader, Gorson, was very smart and a true sociopath. He had committed kidnapping, robbery and murder. By the time he was 39, he had served 25 years, killed 11 inmates, escaped twice and caused 3 prison riots. But in this group of criminals, there was a very unlucky man. His sentence was nearly finished, and he had even gotten parole. But on the way this whole thing happened, he wasn't even a serious criminal, and was only on this plane because it happened to be on his route. 8 years ago, he returned home from the army to be with his pregnant wife, but they were harassed by 3 thugs. Cage didn't want any trouble and took the first hit, then fought back and one of them died. He was sentenced to 7 years for manslaughter, but he didn't let it break him. In prison he worked out and studied every day, waiting to reunite with his wife and daughter. He was supposed to be free at the transfer stop, but the other prisoners hijacked the plane and tried to escape. Cage just couldn't believe it, but he did have a chance to get out. Gorson planned to stop at the transfer airport to exchange some prisoners, and Cage was on the list to get off. Among the ones getting on was the son of a Colombian drug lord. Gorson made a deal with the drug lord to take his son to a set location where another plane would pick him up. He would get a big payout and live free after that. But right before landing, Cage chose to stay because his best friend was still on the plane. He wanted to take him along. The plane landed on time at the transfer stop. Police were already waiting. Gorson put on a uniform, gagged the guards, put hoods over their heads, and disguised them as prisoners without anyone noticing. He got the new prisoners on the plane. No one thought one of the exchanged prisoners would turn out to be a monster. His name alone was able to make these vicious criminals feel afraid.